All right, Rod Goodall for FightHype.com. I'm here with Bernard Hackett. How's it going?
Going great, brother. How's it going with you?
Great. And definitely have to say, not just the father, but also the trainer of up-and-coming prospect, Jalil Hackett.
Yeah, I'm proud of him. Very proud of him.
First and foremost, you guys are located out in the D.C. area.
Yes.
Born and raised.
Yep, born and raised Washington, D.C.
And now you guys out here for a little trip out in Vegas, getting that real work, that good work.
Yeah.
Mayweather boxing gym, Solace's gym. How's this whole experience so far been this week?
Been great. Everybody has extended open arms to us at the Pound for Pound gym, at Coach Silas' gym, and at Jalil's home gym. He's promoted by Mayweather Promotions, so everybody's extended. Nothing but great work, great friendship. Everything's been good.
Oh, you jamming out.
Man, that's my son's song. It's my ringtone, man.
What song is it?
It's In My Jeans. My son Rob, he has a song called In My Jeans, and it's my ringtone.
Yeah, just let the world know that multi-talented family. But just kind of going throughout this whole entire journey, and you mentioned that Jalil signed to Mayweather promotion. I don't know if it's fully out there, but just how did it all come together? Like, how did it get in?
I try to tell people it's not as generic or as simple as it seems, but in a way it was almost like, for lack of better, an ordained thing that was coming. As a kid, Jalil came out here and fought in the Junior Golden Gloves when they used to be in Mesquite. And he came to the gym with Coach Vito, Lil Vito, and the rest of the New Jersey team because Vito had put a team together. And he had called us and said, hey, do you want to fight on our team at the Junior Golden Gloves? So we came out here the first year with them. And Floyd's dad and his uncles were at the gym when we had the ability to train out here. And his dad really took some one-on-one time with Jalil and worked on the mitts and worked on the bag. I think that was a great experience for him at such a young age. And then we met Floyd, and Floyd had saw him work and was like, hey, kid gonna be something, stick with it. And who would have ever known many years later?
What age was that?
Jill might have been about 9, 10, something like that. And we came back 2 more times for the Junior Golden Gloves in years that followed. And we got to do some sparring with, at the time, Cash Flow, Floyd Diaz. We sparred with him. We sparred with some other young guys that were in here and just enjoyed the whole experience. At that time, everything was in the whirlwind of the whole Floyd era when he was still actively fighting as a world champion. And everybody was in here, Jalil Love and various other fighters, so it was a very good experience. And my son, I think he came to his own mental conclusion that if I ever had the opportunity to sign with Floyd, that's where I would sign with. So, going down the road, a good friend of mine, Michael Short, him and Derek Curry are excellent friends. And
Derek's a good guy.
Yeah, that's my guy. And he was like, man, what your son doing? He's still boxing? I said, yeah. He said, man, I got to get y'all two together. I think Jalil was probably about 15 then. And Dirk would come to the gym, see my son train, see him spar. We developed a great relationship with him. And maybe about 8 months or so into that, he gave Leonard a call and said, Leonard, this kid, he's going to be something. And Leonard was like, hey, keep me updated with the kid. And maybe about a year goes by. And Jalil was like, hey, I've done everything as an amateur. The rules of boxing changed, so there's no Olympic team to make. You had to be 19. And if he wouldn't have been 19 to make the team, and he was not sticking around till he was 23. So, hey, we started talking about being a pro. And everything went from there. We had various conversations with different companies, but I think Jalil in his mind always knew where he wanted to be. So, the opportunity came. And before we got that, and I hate to remiss this, Leonard reached out to Coach Calvin and said, hey, I want to bring a kid up and let him come there and get some sparring in. And Coach Calvin got us opportunity to spar with Tank. And Jalil was 16 then. And that was one of the best experiences that he's ever had. You know, he got to work with Tank, and Tank is a great guy. I think he's a guy of few words. He don't really say a lot. But he really does talk to the kids. So, you know, he talked to Jalil after he sparred. Said, hey kid, you know, you got something with you. Told Coach Calvin, he said, man, he got something with him. And I think that went a long way when you got a guy of the caliber of Gervonta Davis saying, hey, you got something with you. And I think that really put the icing on the cake for us. Coach Calvin spoke good of Jalil, Coach Kenny, and we've known them for years, but not as pros. It was as amateurs. But now this was like, hey, this kid wants to do it. I think he can. And the next thing you know, Jalil was signed to Mayweather Promotions.
Yeah, and then ever since then, he's been on 2 Tank cards, a Floyd Mayweather card.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean,
like pay-per-view already, like it's nothing.
It don't seem real. I mean, to be honest with you, I've watched boxing all my life. I've watched different fighters close up, some at a distance, and for him to basically his first 4 fights, or his whole career up until now, has basically been on pay-per-view, and to see the way that they're trying to move his career. He went from, like I said, the undercard. He did a swing bout, and then to get the opportunity to fight on the premiere portion of the Showtime YouTube part on a Tank undercard. That was just amazing, being able to share that time with Luis Aries, because him and Cuba actually fought on the YouTube side. Yep. I thought that was great. I thought that was an amazing opportunity. So to see how they're moving his career, I've always, you know, said that Floyd makes stars. You know, that's what he looks at. It doesn't say he wants a roster of 1 million fighters. He wants to make stars. And if he's putting my son on the course to be that, I can see how he's doing it. Because like I said, who starts their career on pay-per-view this early and spend that much time on it? So I'm very happy that my son has been able to be in this situation.
You know, and just you just not just being a father, but a trainer, and you know your experience, you know, of going through this journey. You know, you're able to take someone from such a young age, and then now he's sparring Gervonta Davis, and not even just Gervonta Davis, like a Jerron Beast Ennis on top of it. Like, what's going through your mind when you're seeing these things as a trainer? And I guess it's maybe more of a technical question, but like, what's it like coaching in the corner of like those type of fighters?
It gives you the opportunity to hone your craft in without having to take the risks and chances of messing your record up. Being able to be in the ring and spar with Gervonta Davis, being able to spar with Jerron Ennis, being able to spar with just great guys, man. I mean, just great. J. Rock Williams, got to spar with him. He actually used a sparring partner for one of his camps. Great guy. Him and his whole team are great. Jared Hurd, he actually, even before the pros, he got Jalil to come in and work with him on his Showtime piece. I thought that was amazing. You put a little kid in here to spar with you on your Showtime piece. You know,
wow.
those type of, yeah. I mean, I got the videos. Almost crazy.
Go on YouTube,
when you go back, it's like when people see Jalil at this point, they don't see all the things that got to this point. You know, when they say, you know, man, he just got the chance out of nowhere. Like, nah, he's taking his lumps, his bumps, his bruises to get to this point. He, you know, he's paid his dues. His armor isn't shiny. It got damage on it. I would be remiss if I didn't say he's been able to learn from Gary Russell Sr. You know, he departed us this year, but he was an excellent trainer. My son got to learn a lot from him. You know, he's been around.
Say, like, it's the next generation. Like, you got the Mayweathers, and then you got the Russells. Like,
yeah, you know, so being able to have so much experience in your back pocket, being able to be in a gym with, like I said, his early years, being in the gym with Gary Russell Jr., being in the gym with Antoine, being in the gym with Tonio, learning, taking your lumps as he grew and he was getting more experience. He had days where, hey, you make mistakes, you pay for them. Sparring with Antoine one time, got put on his back. You know, hey, you got to pay for your lumps. But these are the things you can't avoid. Anybody who says I had a smooth sailing, how good is the outcome of the product? You know, so I'm proud of everything he's done. I'm proud of the different people he's worked with. For me as a coach, I get the joy of being able to match wits with other great coaches like Coach Calvin. He's always coaching. Coach Kenny, always coaching. Bozy, Jerron Anderson's dad, Bozy. Me and him have developed a great relationship, and he'll tell me, hey, I watched Jalil fight. Work on this. We go up to his gym. He'll say, hey, man, try this. When him and Boots spar, he's learned so much from Boots. It's like he's getting to see the bigger side of himself, or the more experienced version of himself. And when you get to match your wits, you can see not just what you're good at, but what you need to work on. Not just for the fighter, but me as a coach.
You know, just like switching the gears on like the other perspective. You know, you mentioned that you had your son in there, like Gervonta and Gervonta. I guess my take, because you get to see an intimate side that some of a lot of the fight fans don't get to see. Like, how good would you say Gervonta is in your eyes?
He the truth.
Really?
He the truth. I mean, there's no other way to put it. He the truth. What I see from him and his dad when they work together, it tells me and my son are on the right path. I've seen a lot of father-son combinations. Some of them, they good. Some of them I thought weren't good. And some of them I think are just at a different elite level. But that group at the different elite level is a small group. Boots and his dad, elite level. They work together like a video game. Gary Russell Jr. and his dad, elite level, work together like a video game. I have to include, even though they're not father son, but they've been together that long, Coach Calvin, him and Tank work like a video game. And it's a trust level that has been developed that if you don't have that, it just doesn't work. I don't care if you're the father-son. That doesn't mean that there's a trust level there.
You see it all the time, like Roy Jones had like a split with his father, and things didn't mesh there. And
when they ask their fighter to do something, that trust level is there where they'll do it. They'll be like, it might not sound correct if you want to use that term, but they do it and then they see the outcome. It's amazing. So when I see that, when I see them, I see I'm on the right path with my son. You see that connection that they have, where everything doesn't have to be said. You know, we respond with Boots, and he said, "I see it, Dad." Bozy didn't say a word. He said, "I see it, Dad," and it made me laugh because I've had those moments with Jalil, and like I know you saw it, but you don't think I saw it, so I gotta tell you, I saw that.
So that you can have it. It's a teachable moment,
right?
Yeah, like you know.
Yeah, that to me is like.
Trust me, trust me.
Yeah, you looking for that. If you can get that with a fighter, that's something that it never goes away. It doesn't erode. It only gets better and stronger. And when you see Boots fight, when you see Tank fight, when you saw Gary in his prime fight, you saw that connection. Yeah. You saw that connection. When you saw Gary Russell Sr. say, "Hey Gary, I ain't like that round." He was like, I know, I should have seen the body shot. That type of stuff, like he didn't know why he didn't like it for us. But for them two, they knew together why they didn't like it. Yeah. When you look at Boots, I remember one time he was fighting and Bozy said, "All right, we sold enough tickets. Now let's go get this over with." It's like it's the professionalism is we're not gonna go in there and route this guy because we also want fans to see us. Yeah. Okay, we gave them 2 or 3 rounds of seeing us. Now let's go. Let's put the game plan and let's get this guy out of here. So that's the it thing that I look at.
And you also mentioned the Tank and the Calvin relationship. They're right now undefeated when it comes to their fights and stuff. Yeah. Because you've had an opportunity to work with Tank and Jalil's worked with Tank and Calvin for 15 plus more rounds. Like, it's incredible. They're saying that like a Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis might be on the horizon. You got to see Tank and train against him just for sparring. You know, does Ryan Garcia have a chance? Like
no.
Well,
I don't have to be long-winded. No.
Well, I mean, I'm maybe a little bit more. Why? Like, just for a person who goes like, you know what, you're biased, blah blah blah. Like, Ryan Garcia got a crazy speed hook. Like, why?
I think Ryan's a good boxer. Please don't let me be the one to say, oh, I think he can't fight, he can't do this. Yeah. And I think he has respectable punching power. Yeah. I've seen him get up off the canvas. I respect that. But when you dealing with a hunter, Ryan is a hunter. He's a pro fighter. He has a great record. Yeah. He's having a great career. He is a hunter. Tank an animal.
Really?
Yeah. It doesn't faze him. It doesn't faze him. I see how he hits people, and they show the effects of I got hit by Tank. I see it. I've seen it in sparring with 16-ounce gloves on. He get that same outcome as he do with an 8-ounce glove on.
Really?
Yeah.
You get to see him also like spar like big guys. I've heard people like heavyweights.
I've seen him hit big guys and get the same outcome. I ain't gonna rate a guy. I won't say I've seen him hit big guys. My son a monster. It's not me saying that just my son. I know what he do. I've seen what he's done. Him and Tank, that day that they went 15 rounds, Tank hit him with some good stuff that honestly I've seen other guys go out with. And the thing about it, he not just delivering. I know my son can punch. I've seen my son hit Tank with good shots. Tank still there. Say, come on, let's go. Right. So that's the dimension that people missing. You can give a good shot, but can you take that same shot coming back? At some point in time when they lock horns, what happens when they have that 20 or 30 seconds where they in a corner and there is no exit door and you got to sit down? It ain't if you can sit down, it's can you get hit with what's coming back at you. Santa Cruz, man, I love Leo Santa Cruz. I love him. I love watching him fight. Always have. Tank hit him with one shot.
Underneath that.
And if you remember that shot, you see people get knocked out. We all see people get knocked out in the sport. And the crowd go wild. When he got knocked out, it was the silence of did he kill him? It was a sight. It
was scary. It was a very scary shot.
Let's first make sure he's all right, then we'll go crazy. Yeah. That's a different level of punching.
And Ryan can't take that.
How? He been knocked down by good shots. But what if that same shot get landed by Tank? Can he get up? I don't think he can get up from that. And like I said, I think Ryan's a great boxer. I think they built Ryan perfectly. If they can write a book on how to build a fighter, they built him great.
Would you compare, like, at least for me, it's like, is this like a reminiscent, like if it gets done, like if Ryan was able to get the win, would it be like a Muhammad Ali, Sonny Liston, like kind of like is it that, like, because many people, well, I could be wrong, but I know a lot of people were counting Ali out.
I don't think so, and the reason I don't think so, because Ali and Liston were both heavyweights.
Correct.
They weren't coming up to be heavyweights. They were heavyweights.
Yeah.
When you look at this, you got to give Tank extra credit because Tank always going up to fight somebody.
Went up to 140. Right. But could you say, like, because the fact, like, you know, I guess maybe it's a bad comparison. I'm already probably retracting because people are going to be like, Ali was a gold medalist. He went to Olympics.
Yeah, you know, different.
Obviously that was just a puncher versus a boxer scenario. But just I guess the idea that Ryan has to face someone who many people feel like he can get knocked out, and like that's what he has to overcome. A technical puncher who's mean, and maybe they don't feel like Ryan has that in there. Is that just? I guess I'm just trying to draw a comparison.
I mean, I don't know. I just can't find the comparison for them fighting because. I mean, he was built greatly. I mean, if you I think you're trying to find a way to make Ryan an overcomer.
Just trying to get some of the benefit.
No.
Of the doubt, right?
I just don't think he has enough pieces. I really don't think if you say what one shot can Ryan knock Tank out with? You're not gonna find it. It's gonna be an accumulation, or if you're a betting person, you're saying he'll win by decision. If he wins, it'll be by decision. With Tank, you betting. You're saying I'm betting on a knockout. Only thing you trying to figure out is what round. You ain't trying to figure out if it goes to distance. It's not even in your mind that could. That's almost unfathomable.
Just I guess I'm just trying to draw that. I'm trying to hype up the comparison between the two.
I mean,
surely Tank's going to be the favorite, obviously, and rightfully so. And so for like the viewers and from what you've seen, just maybe a little glimmer of hope that Ryan have a chance.
If you're making a commercial.
This is what it is. A commercial.
If you're making a commercial of an NBA game and you had Michael Jordan and they're playing the Cleveland Cavaliers without LeBron James, and you're trying to make the commercial with Kevin Love, what other highlights gonna look like?
I mean, they're known as knockout guys together, and definitely someone's going to go to sleep. One more favorably than the other.
One that's knocked out the guys who, if you look at him, nobody's in a rush to fight after he knocked him out. And the other one, who is he knocked out?
I mean, can't you say everyone wants Tank because he's the money guy? Like you chasing that. That's what he says.
No, I mean I think Ryan should want to fight. Shit, I think the heavyweight champion of the world will want to fight against Tank if he can make the weight.
Fair enough.
Yeah, man. Look,
talk.
who don't want to fight with the guy that's going to get them more money than they made in their entire career?
I'll go in the ring right now with Tank. If it's paid, right. Hell yeah,
they paying.
I ain't gotta. We good.
You got to look at the situations of boxing right now. When you talk about Tank can make a champion more money than he made as the champion. If you're the champion and you have the belt, but your average paycheck $800,000 to $2 million, Tank fighting him gets you $10 million. You'll vacate the belt. You get. I mean, he's a walking belt without a belt. He's the bank book.
So do you think it's fair for him to, like, if they did like a rankings from like, because you got Devin Haney, who is the undisputed. He beat the man that beat the man that beat the man, and he has all the belts. Does that factor? I know that marketing and sellability, like Jake Paul is gonna make a lot more money than all majority of champions. But how do you, I guess, balance that? At some point, is Gervonta and Devin gonna have to meet just because of the legitimacy of like the belt holder and the money?
I don't think they have to meet.
Why not?
I think you have to look at where you want the direction of your career to go, and be happy with your direction. I mean, look at Marvin Hagler. Marvin Hagler reigned as middleweight champion. 12 years? He could have moved up. He could have did a lot of things, but he was happy with his situation. I'm good. I'm a middleweight champion. I'll beat the guys I have.
But was he really happy? Because he was chasing Leonard. Like he's been saying, like he wanted Leonard.
Yeah, but he never went to another weight class. If I'm really chasing you, would I go down to 54? Would I go up to 60? He wasn't gonna chase him. Like if he comes here and it's able to be done, and when they finally fought, where was it at? It was at middleweight. Yeah, I mean, if Devin says, "Hey, I'm good where I'm at," and Tank said he good where he at.
Well, I know for a fact Devin is definitely like, I want Tank, just like everyone.
But why? Let's use the logic of it. If I'm the undisputed champion, I have all the belts. Shouldn't everybody be chasing me? You ain't never seen an armored car chase an empty wallet.
Well, I mean, I guess the due respect, it's like the fact that he wants to face everybody.
I don't think it's respect. I think everybody knows Tank is the paycheck. Tank, at the end of the day, he's the paycheck. I would love to see them fight. I would love to see Tank become undisputed if that opportunity for them to fight was there.
Yeah,
but it don't have to happen. It doesn't change where Tank is in his career. I think by Devin winning and becoming undisputed and then defending it against the former undisputed, beat Kambosos twice. If Devin retired today, I think he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Just off of that.
Youngest undisputed.
Right. But I think right now it's more or less the ego piece. I have the basketball, but y'all don't want to play with my basketball.
Man, they all got to fight each other at some point.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's just a hardcore fan speaking. Like,
no, as a fan, we would love to see it. But then once again,
but they don't have to fight each other.
Yeah.
Just based off politics. And,
what if Devin move up to 40? What if he say, man, I'm not gonna make this weight? That's the same. Look at Shakur. He's maturing and growing. Couldn't stay down there forever. So if it lines up, it lines up. I think the way that the Mayweather situation and Tank are going, it's to me more reminiscent of Sugar Ray Leonard's career. You can name about 10 or 15 guys that Sugar Ray Leonard didn't fight.
Yeah.
But Sugar Ray Leonard had the understanding that I am the meal ticket. If I don't think it's the thing that I want to do, not even have to do whatever, fight don't happen. If I want to do it, the fight happens. At the end of the day, I'm the meal ticket. At the end of the day, Tank is the meal ticket. He's selling out buildings. This man selling, he like a rock star. He's selling out
and
buildings.
To be fair, at the Barclays Center, I ain't never seen it look like that for a boxing event.
Once again,
like the top part, I ain't never seen
people
before.
got lighters out like they had a daggone Bon Jovi concert. Like this man walking down the aisle.
It's just, I guess at some point, it will be, as a hardcore boxing fan, to get the actual answer versus hypothetical.
Yeah,
in due time.
And I think with some of the politics that they always talk about in boxing, and then when you talk about egos, if I'm the undisputed champion, I think I should get the most money. But if he says I'm the biggest ticket seller, I should get the most money.
Well,
that right there creates one headache that it's like everybody, you're dealing with egos, you're dealing with companies. If it happened, it'd be great for the fans, for the sport of boxing. But if it doesn't, I think boxing always has something on the horizon that they'll give us to, captivate our attention. It just always does.
Well, I don't want to take too much of your time. I just want to just, exit out and just kind of leave the floor where they can, if they want more information, where they can follow you, your son, in general.
Oh, man, we ourselves, we don't have no great code names on social media. It's Bernard Hackett on social media. It's Jalil Hackett. We do it like workmen. So we're easy to find. We go on live a lot. I always like to thank people who support us, and we go on live and give updates of what we're doing, or let people see, the personal side of training, and just show appreciation. Because at the end of the day, it's the fans that make you. I mean, if they not paying to see you, then you're as irrelevant as anything going on. So when people spend their hard-earned money to come see you fight, it's incumbent that you train and be prepared so you can give them their money's worth.
Well, awesome. Well, appreciate the time. Thanks for coming out, to Vegas, and definitely we're gonna do a lot more. We're gonna have to do a DC trip.
Man, definitely, brothers. I appreciate you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.